I wanted to have a bit of a conversation with all of you, if that's okay. Can we do that? I wanted to have a talk with y'all about EVE and about Vanguard and Frontier and really just EVE stuff in general. I wanted to talk to you about this because there's a lot of misconceptions about EVE. We're going to first talk about people who don't know EVE. So you can send this to your buddies who don't know EVE and maybe you are thinking of playing EVE. EVE is better than it's ever been. Dynamic events, as I'm recording this, they have dynamic events that spawned in the game right now. It's another thing to do that's on top of the crap tons of things that this game offers. It is the best MMO you can play, period, because it is the game that lets you get your time rewarded. No other game rewards your time like EVE. It's just EVE. Everything else is just not going to happen. So EVE is easier to get into than ever before. Also, it's better because there's more and more content every freaking 6 months. They're putting out more and more stuff. In other MMOs, you have your content, and then after 2 years, this content is now obsolete, and it's still there, but it's obsolete, and now there's the new content. In EVE, it's like this. There's content that's out, and then they add to it. So now there's this total content, and then they add to it. There's just, and they just keep going and going and going. There's more and more stuff. But not only is EVE better to get into now than ever before, it's also easier to get into now than ever before. We have a crap ton of things that are happening in EVE, in the tutorial specifically. The tutorial is something that over the last couple years has been really refurbished and refined. The tutorial is great, and if you're brand new to the game, if you're like, look, I'm not really sure, you're gonna love EVE Online. You just are. I have nothing else to tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna put 400 here. You're just going to have a great time. That's for the people that don't know EVE. We talked about the dynamic events. Let's talk about the future of EVE. The future of EVE is great because of games like EVE Vanguard. Right now, in the agency, which is EVE's like mission hub, you can go to the encounters section and you can go to, there's this new event. All of this is like stuff that's always on. There's like this, each one of these cards read hundreds of hours of literal high octane goodies for you to go check out. Okay. Except for Pirate Strong. That's okay. Because that's only if that's like a random thing. They just added the Vanguard Nemesis. So EVE Vanguard is their FPS game. You can get a reward track in EVE Online. It progresses if you play Vanguard or EVE Online. There's a very tangible connection to both of the games. And there already was a connection, but they furthered it. And the convoys that spawn in EVE, there's these random convoys that are killable. Here's one. It's kind of hard to see because the map is huge. Here's one, and here's one. These spawn the more people play Vanguard and do missions in Vanguard. So this is really big, and the future of EVE is going to be this: connectivity to the new IPs that the devs are putting out. Now, I don't think that we're going to have connectivity to EVE Frontier. Just as a quick aside, EVE Frontier is their Web3 game, EVE Frontier is a survival game, and I don't think that that's going to have any kind of connectivity because it's in its own launcher already. It's got its own section over there. I don't think that's going to have us hanging out with them. I just straight up don't. So the future of EVE is connectivity, but it's going to be connected to Vanguard. I want you to understand that the last couple years, CCP Games team has really shown that they will start with a system and keep iterating on it like Homefronts. You saw a lot of Homefront style content in the recent Nexus Reckoning event, another multiple month-long event that the devs were doing just so that we could continue going forward, continue having awesome content to do. We saw this with Faction Warfare. They improved Faction Warfare. We're seeing new ships. We're seeing new content types. The Skyhook is a new content opportunity. This is both a gatherer and a PvP opportunity for you to go defend stuff. There's just more and more things happening in EVE Online that is just being added to all the live long day. So the future of EVE Online is good. And I wanted to make this video for some specific individuals in particular. As you know, I don't go to EVE Reddit because I think it's a waste of time and it's absolutely full of toxic people that don't want to have fun. They just want to complain. I think that's actually what it is, and straight up. I have had community members tell me, Loru, I asked a question on EVE Reddit and, you know, hey, I got like people making fun of me. Oh, I went there and these people were saying bad things about me. Oh, I went there and people were blah, blah, blah. First of all, don't go to EVE Reddit. Second of all, I want you to understand that the people that are on that website, we call them bitter vets, bitter veterans, people that say the game is bad, but have 12 accounts. Okay. Yeah. What I'm making this video for is a couple different reasons. And I really want y'all to see that, like, my goal is to make the best infotainment in EVE. I am doing two things at once because right after this, we have another segment coming up that I have to go do bigger, badder stuff. So what we're going to do is make content for people that want to enjoy the game. And if people are just showing you time and time again that they don't enjoy the game, guys, believe them. Believe that they don't enjoy the game. It doesn't mean you don't have to. I hope that makes sense. So avoid the bitter vets. Don't worry about what they say. Just keep having fun. If you're having fun, who cares? It's a video game. We're playing a video game. If you're not having fun, just stop playing EVE. We literally made a video about if you're not having fun in EVE, here's what you can do to take a break so that if you ever come back, and it's an if, sure, if you ever come back, you still have stuff ready to go. Okay, we have that video. It's over on my YouTube. Enjoy it. If you're in chat right now and you decide to stop playing, you don't owe us anything. You don't owe me a word. You don't owe me a phrase, whatever. You can just go because life comes first. Real life comes first. IRL, touch grass. It's important. As Ecclesiastes says, it is good to see the sun. I do a decent amount of grass touching myself. EVE is in the best place it's ever been. It's the easiest to start. Don't listen to the bitter vets. And the future of EVE is good because of its connectivity to Vanguard. And yes, EVE Vanguard is fun. If you don't like FPS games, don't play Vanguard. I thought this was an easy to understand thing. I thought that this was something obvious, and it boils my blood and makes me crazy when I see these comments that are like, you know,
why would we play an FPS game?
I like FPS games. I play EVE Online. I would like to go on planet and see an avalanche in the skybox. That's what they did. We're playing the game and we watched a ship come in and destroy another suborbital craft while I'm fighting stuff. It was a blast. All of my doubts of Vanguard have been evaporated by playing the recent Nemesis playtest. It's not even out yet. It's in alpha. It has more to do in alpha than Marathon ever did. Okay? Rest in power, Bungie. I'm getting hyped up about this, chat, because people have this video gamers, capital V, capital G, this very strange mentality that you have to have like opinions on every game, even if you haven't played it. If you don't like FPS games, then just keep playing EVE Online. Who cares? Why do we have to have this like discussion? What people don't want to understand is that EVE Vanguard success is EVE Online success. They are intertwined because not just because of the in-game events, but because of the fact that the studio owns both games. And if one does well, the other one's going to do well. CCP Games has a history of having games that come out and flop. I mean, the list goes on. Dust, rip. Valkyrie, rip. What's the vampire game? Masquerade. Okay, we reacted to the entire Down the Rabbit Hole. But what people don't understand, maybe it's because they're just gamers and they work at McDonald's and they haven't actually had like an actual corporate job, okay? Like I have. I've been on both sides. I've actually worked at a game studio briefly. You don't need every single game to work. You just need one or two to work. So you keep taking shots until something sticks. Hey, remember Heroes of the Storm? Man, that game's still going strong, isn't it? Not. Heroes of the Storm is a Blizzard-made game that flopped because of a bunch of their decisions. I love StarCraft. Love StarCraft 2. Grew up on it. Command and Conquer boys, you know. Peace through power. Cain lives in death. The whole thing. We don't play those games anymore. A game is not supposed to be a forever thing. EVE Online is an exception to the rule because it's been out for 20 plus years. What I'm trying to say is this. If you want EVE Online to succeed and you like FPS games, go try Vanguard. You don't have to buy it. It's free to play as of the making of this video. And it'll be free to play next summer in the summer of 2026. So if you're watching this after, you can go check it out next summer. Yeah, you don't buy a game you're unsure of. I can't believe, chat, I can't believe I have to say this stuff. I feel like it's common sense. This whole last 5 years, I feel like I'm going nuts with the amount of like, you know,
Loru played a game. That means I have to buy the game.
What? What are we doing? If you see me playing a game, it doesn't mean you have to buy a game. You're your own person. You have your wallet or your mommy's wallet. Play something you're enjoying. It's a video game. It's a non-essential thing. So Vanguard's coming out. It's free. If you like, it's free right now. If you like FPS games, go check it out. Join the Discord at the very least so you can keep abreast to all the updates. Let's talk about EVE Frontier. Eve Frontier is a Web3 game. I'm tired of hearing about Eve Frontier is a scam for people that have never actually played the game. I'm tired of people reading headlines and saying it's an NFT game. It is not. It has Web3 elements that if you watched our 6-hour live stream the other day, did you see a single Web3 thing at all? You actually did, but you wouldn't know it because it's so in the background and the game is so enjoyable. We just kept crafting and grinding away, making new ships, making hangars in the dead of space, finding people, taking them out. It was a good time. Everybody under the sound of my voice, if somebody is saying negative comments and you start seeing the same keywords, it's because they're headline repeating, not actual practitioners. Go real macro, not even in gaming. I'm talking about life advice now. If you listen to people that are not practitioners, you are misinformed. What is a practitioner? A practitioner is somebody who actually did the thing and tried it, who spent the time, okay? We're in the soup, as we like to say. If you listen to people that have like never played the game but read half an article, then you're misinformed and you might miss out on a really awesome game. Now, should you play Frontier? Right now, it's a pay-to-play alpha. So the short answer is no, don't play Frontier. But if you do, the link is in the description. I have a referral code. I get no money. It's just there to tell them that I sent you, okay? So we've sent about 80 people to the Frontier so far. I checked last night. If you're unsure about Frontier and you're kind of, I don't know, man, there's a lot of this Web3 stuff, I don't really get it, then don't play the game. It won't upset me. I'm not worried about it. I'm not mad at you. You can do whatever you want. I'm not your dad. Okay, so just do whatever the heck you want to do, baby. Don't play the game if you don't want to play it. I feel like this is common sense. I feel like this is obvious, but chat, the reason I'm getting hyped is because my goodness, it looks like common sense ain't so common in 2025. So the future of EVE Online is good. EVE Frontier is its own thing. It's self-funded. I've seen this line a lot that, you know.
Why don't they take the money from EVE Frontier and put it into EVE Online?
They got $40 million for EVE Frontier, outside funding or Frontier. They're not going to give that money to EVE Online. EVE Online is good. We've been getting more and better content all the time. The people that are saying these things that are like, oh, why don't they give the money to EVE Online? If only they could improve this game. Where have you been the last 3 years? I'm asking. The game has gotten way more content, way more frequently. The balancing updates are awesome. Okami's killing it. Everything is having a great time. Everybody is doing well in the game. There's not perfect systems because a video game is made by people and people are imperfect. But to say the money for Frontier could have gone to EVE Online is factually incorrect. Not that EVE Online needs it. I don't think people's memories, we got to open up people's brains. Q4 of last year was the single biggest quarter in CCP Games history, says their earning reports. They had more spent last quarter than in many combined. I'm on this rant because EVE is going very well. People are going to be mad about stuff, chat. I want you all to understand that my goal, whenever we do content, is to keep the consumers informed, is to keep all of you abreast to all the stuff that is going on, and to make sure that you make good buying decisions. That is always what my goal is, always what I'm trying to do. And when I see people bad-mouthing Frontier, bad-mouthing all of the things that are happening with CCP games, it just makes me go like facepalm. Because the sheer amount of people that are having opinions that haven't played the game is just too damn high. It just is. And this is really my call to the community at large. If you want to check out EVE Vanguard, then check it out. But if you don't care about FPS games, don't worry about it. If you want to play a survival game, which is what EVE Frontier is, in space, it's a lot of fun. If you are unsure about it, we just did a full 6-hour live stream. I'll try to link that video right like here for you so you can go watch it and say for yourself. We also just interviewed the CCP Games Frontier devs. Again, it's the second or third one that we've done with them. We have a ton of media for you to go make your own decisions. I'm doing everything I can to try to make it clear that y'all need to make your own damn minds up. And if it sounds like I'm hyped up at this, I am, because I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the hard work of people I've met be snooted at and said bad words to because they read half an article. So I'm asking you, if you have even a little bit of common sense, to just check out the Discord, do the free stuff. You don't have to buy anything. And if what you see you don't like, congrats, it's a video game. Move the hell on. All right? Thanks very much. We'll see you in the next video.